Hi guys, happy Monday. The review is late. This is the review of the game that happened on Saturday between Grimsby and Doncaster, and it ended Doncaster Rovers 1, Grimsby Town 2, third straight win for the Mariners. And one of the reasons why this review is 2 days later, I couldn't really review it very well because the view I had in the second half was, well, I couldn't see anything, which I'll get into in a little while. Well, actually, I'll get into that now before we get into the. Yeah, I couldn't see the second half very well at all. My view was severely blocked, and it was making it sort of very hard to get into. I was able to obviously see most of the first half. I was able to see that the shot go in that we scored with, which I'll go about in a minute. But the second half, I couldn't get into it because I couldn't see any of it, or very minimal. When the players were coming past the halfway line, I couldn't see anything. So all I'd say to fans is, please, there are, us disabled fans there, and it's not. Please don't stop celebrating or singing, but just be mindful that there are disabled fans around, like myself. I couldn't see anything, guys. It's hard to do a review when you can't see much of the game, but and in the second half I could hardly see any of it, which I was disappointed about because I zoned out about an hour in because I was hardly seeing anything. Everyone was, going into one part, which I want to do these reviews justice, and I really couldn't. I had to give. I'm going to give a shout out to Dapper18 who did Doncaster vlog. That is the first time I was able to see either goal. But all I'd please say to fans is just be mindful of where the disabled fans are. Nothing wrong with the singing, nothing wrong with the atmosphere. It was great, but I couldn't give you a straight fair review. I couldn't see very well. So I'll give you what I can. Apologies if this review is not as strong as some of my others, but we'll crack on now with this. As I say, Grimsby Town did get a win at the Eco Power Stadium in front of 9,961 fans. About 2,900 fans of Grimsby Town were there, and it was a fairly dominant performance. That's 4-match unbeaten run, 3 straight wins for the Mariners now, and it all started. It was kind of even for the first 10-15 minutes. It was fairly even. The Jordan Wright, Jordan Wright had a few attempts by the Doncaster team to deal with, but a lot of them were straight at him. Fairly comfortable saves that he would have felt, I think everyone would have felt, should have saved. The team itself was right in goal. Harvey Rogers, Doug Darm, Cameron McJanet, Yasin Svanthorsson, McEachran, Corey, Hume and Green with Rose and obikwu up front. I do mention Rose and obikwu. So like the team I thought that he was going to go for. And I mention Rose and obikwu like that is because those two are having a great partnership. And because it was a great bit of play near the centre of the park. And Danny Rose picks it up, I believe it was from a throw-in, from what I could see. No, it wasn't a throw-in. It was a ball through the midfield. Danny Rose picked it up and slotted a beautiful ball through for Justin to take on, and he used that power. He was 1-on-1 with the keeper, and just calmly slotted it past the keeper for 1-0. Fantastic strikers partnership. A great finish by Justin obikwu. That's 4 in forfeit, I believe. And Danny Rose is sort of like a 4 in 4 in regards to he's been involved in a lot of our last, I believe, 6 goals. Either Danny or Justin have either scored it or they've set it up. And those two are gaining an understanding. You know, it's good to see Justin as well starting to play more regularly, which is great to see. And then, it's kind of like we started to dominate from about 25 minutes. Grimsby were just constantly on top. The fans were going, were singing all the way through. Loved hearing it. And everyone was excited and loved it. You know, a lot of people are now thinking, are we playoff contenders? Some fans will be going, come on, Dean, you've got to say that yet. Not yet. But I'm not far off thinking it, but I just don't want to get ahead of myself. We go into the second half, though, and second half started like we finished the first. Svanthorsson, what a run down the wing that he made, and a good little bit of play with Corey and Svanthorsson. And when Svanthorsson got down the wing, taking people on, that is one of the biggest criticisms in the past has been vaulted at Grimsby. But Yassen took the guys on, took the Doncaster defence on. They really struggled to deal with Svanthorsson, which he cut inside on himself, took the shot. It looked in it. Well, I didn't see it. I couldn't see it. All I could see was Yassen jumping up as though he'd scored, and I later found out it was deflected off Olowu, one of Doncaster's centre backs, but that was all credit to Yassen. Really, he made Doncaster do that, and it was pretty much against this half. I can't really review much. Hardly saw any of it. Town just looked in, or sounded mostly in control, and where they're not comfortable in the centre of the pitch. One player that I am going to really give a standout performance to, besides Yassen, would be Doug Tharm. I thought that was one of Doug's strongest performances in a Town shirt. And everyone looks Doug Tharm anyway. Tharm, he's getting his little bit of a chance now, which is good to see, and a good block from what I could see from highlights that I'd seen and from other people's vlogs that I was able to see. A great block by Doug right near the end, where they had a chance. They did score though, thanks to Rob Street on 85 minutes. Doncaster Rovers finally got up the field, and it more felt like Street just sort of had a cross was put in, and Rob Street got his head on it. And it looped over Jordan Wright's head. No real chance for Jordan there. No criticism towards. Excuse me, just sitting up there. No criticism towards Jordan Wright. He had no chance of that. Jordan Wright did pull off some good saves when he had to, which was good for us. And obviously Luke Molyneux got the assist for that. The cross, it was a great cross and something that they'd be happy with. Like I said, Doncaster did try and push in the last 10 minutes or so. There was 6 minutes of added time. But we defended quite resolutely in that last 10 minutes. And it was a pleasing win. The last real shot they had was the one that Doug Tharn blocked, especially from a corner, and Doug got his body in the way and made sure it had gone out. Obviously, we know Harry Clifton was there. Harry Clifton really gave Righty his best save to do sort of all day early on in the first 2-3 minutes, and it was a good save by Jordan Wright, that. But after the 6 minutes of injury time was up, it ended up being the win. Everyone sort of jumping with excitement. We were all of a sudden, brought closer to the barrier to see the end. But it was, I'm sorry this preview has not been the best, but like I said, for most of the second half, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see what Town were doing when they were attacking. Couldn't hardly see anything. My view was very badly restricted by some fans just standing in the way. And so that did not make it an easy thing to review. So I'm sorry if this one sounds like a ramble, but I'm giving you the best review I can give you. I didn't really see the second half very well. So, but again, I want to caveat that by saying, please don't stop singing. Don't stop enjoying what we do. Just be mindful that obviously, that everyone can see. That's all. And so that's the review. My man of the match, I think it was given to Jordan, right? Which I can understand why, but I'm actually going to give it to Doug Tharn. For me, Doug was the man of the match. McJanet did his bit as well. A great interview with Doug after the match, done by Scott Woodthorpe of Grimsby Town's media team. And he said it's an honour to play for Grimsby Town, and it's good to see, because a lot of people do like Doug, and it was pleasing to see that. Just before I finish, let's go to the league table, and Grimsby are now just a point outside the playoffs on 48 points from 31 games played, and it's getting more likely, but again, I'm not jumping ahead of myself. I said I'll reassess it with 10 games to go. But at the minute, 48 points, lying in 9th, 6 points clear of Chesterfield, and only a point off the playoffs. Can Town make a late surge? We'll wait and see. We've still got Notts County to play. We've still got Walsall to play. We've still got Crewe to play, I believe. So, and I'll be back with the preview for the, as I call, the Fish Derby. It's The Cods again against the Harry Haddocks as Fleetwood come to Grimsby on Saturday. I'll be back with a preview for that around about Thursday. I always do that after the pre-match press conferences. Artell seemed very, very happy, and he's been a bit, is he proving me wrong? I'm not ashamed to say that he is. I think that's us safe. I think we can near enough say that. But I'm always said I'm prepared to admit when I'm wrong. I may not be Artell's biggest fan, but at the minute he is. Let's see where we finish though. There's still 15 games left to play. But I think now we can definitely rule out we're not going to be struggling like we were last year. So a good day. Finally, after 3 straight defeats, we get one over on Donny Rovers and Harry Clifton. Glad to say some of the abuse that Harry was getting on the day, wasn't great to hear. He made a choice to leave to go to Doncaster, and fair play, but I kind of did enjoy the Clifton "what's the score" chant. I have to admit I enjoyed that. I had a bit of a smile on my face for that. It's always good if you can get one over, especially our nearest rivals, at least distance-wise, this season. So that's the review. Leave me your thoughts down below about the 2,900 fans that were there. Great set of fans. I know a couple of people did run into me. They did, a couple came over and shook my hand and put their hands up, and I just gave them the thumbs up because I realised how packed it was. So thank you to the guys that did acknowledge and did, come over and shake my hand and ask if I was okay. So I did appreciate that. But let me know what you thought of the game. You probably all had a better view than I did, and especially the people that maybe watched it on TV had a far better view than I had. Let me know what you guys thought of the game. How well do you think Grimsby actually did? And that is our 15th win of the season. Like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Leave me some comments. Let me know, and we'll have a discussion down below. And I'll be back for the Fleetwood preview, which will be coming out, like I said, it'll either be Thursday or Friday after the pre-match press conferences are done. In the meantime, guys, up the Mariners, and I'll be back next week with another preview and also any other news that comes out of the club this week. In the meantime, guys, up the Mariners, and I'll see you soon. By the way, do you like these glasses? These are my new ones, Do I look like a person that knows what he's talking about? Hopefully I do. There you go. Give my glasses shake. You can't do that, can you? Anyway, in the meantime, guys, up the Mariners, and I'll see you soon. It's becoming a possibility. See you soon. Ta-da.